Hey, what's going on, y'all? Big Sarge, your host of the Texas Tailgate Talk podcast and Texans Happy Hour live on YouTube. All right, so before Sunday's matchup between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans, I said throw away all of those pregame analysis, those things that I had been doing 3 weeks prior to Game 4. Throw all of that out of the window. Let's not talk about the play calling of first-year offensive coordinator Nick Caley. Let's not talk about the offensive line woes. Let's not talk about the inefficiencies of being able to move the ball. Let's not talk about any of that. Let's not talk about what went on with C.J. Gardner-Johnson being released earlier this week. Let's not talk about any of those things. The Houston Texans needed a win. The Houston Texans needed a win in a big way because with the 0-3 record coming in on Sunday, they could not afford to go and be 0-4 for the season. It would have been lost. And so what did they do? Exactly what Danielle Hunter, the edge rusher for the Houston Texans, told me last week. He said, Sarge, in order for us to win, I feel, and he was talking about himself, he said, I feel that the defense can't allow nobody to score. We have to shut them out. And for the first time in 15 years, the Houston Texans pitched a shutout right here at NRG Stadium with a 26-0. Hey, come closer. A 26-0 victory over the Tennessee Titans. Now, it wasn't just the way that the defense played. They dominated, and they dominated until that offense was able to get started. They only allowed 175 total yards for the game. But with the Houston Texans holding on to a slim 6-0 lead late in the third quarter, you start to feel like, hey, maybe this team is allowing the Tennessee Titans to hang around entirely too long, and then it'll be one of those things that happens like week 1. Fumble inside the red zone. Week 2, game-winning drive. Week 3, another fumble inside the red zone. It's just Tennessee Titans were hanging around entirely too much, and it didn't seem like the offense had anything going. But at the end of that third quarter, the way that C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins hooked up for a 37-yard pass on, I think it was 2nd and 33 at their own 18, that seemed to spark the Houston Texans offense, and they went on to score 20 unanswered points against that Tennessee Titans team who fell to 0-4. Hey, side note, hey, L'Jarius Sneed, do you know who Nico Collins is now? Because on that 2nd and 33 play that Nico got 37 yards on, that was on you, my guy, one-on-one. We'll talk about that at another time. I don't know if this is going to be the spark to get the Houston Texans over the hump, but you got to get that first one out of the way. And that's exactly what they did right here today at NRG Stadium with a 26-0 victory over the Tennessee Titans. Make sure you subscribe to the Texas Tailgate Talk podcast and YouTube channel, all one word, Texans Tailgate Talk. Make sure you follow me on the app formerly known as Twitter at Big Sarge Sports with a Z at the end. Follow me on the Tick and the Talk at Big Sarge Media. Follow me on Instagram at Big Sarge Sports with a Z at the end, because you know we do everything for the gram. And make sure you're reading all of my articles on www.bigsargemedia.com. All right, about to get up out of here. The Texas Happy Hour is going to be a little bit later. If not, it'll be early on Monday morning. I have to do it that way very early because we're recording the Texans Cookout with myself, Chancellor Johnson, DJ Bieneme, and Jonathan M. Alexander. We're recording that on Sunday night, and then the Houston Rockets are doing their media day Monday, starting their training camp, which begins on Tuesday. So, Big Sarge, I'm out.